important part of that, from my perspective, is the landslide susceptibility.
A new concept for Cincinnati with the same problems. Residents are worried about the impact the developer's plan would have on their neighborhood.
Our Move Up Cincinnati series takes us to Mount Lookout and Linwood today.
The series is, of course, an ongoing look at the effects of regional growth and also development.
Cincinnati's first cluster housing development is in the works.
Now, the problem, though, is that this new housing would be built on a wooded and very hilly area, and that backs up to other multiple homes. 9 on Your Side's Lisa Smith spoke with residents and the developer about the project. She introduces us to cluster housing.
Nearly every home on several streets in Mount Lookout and Linwood has a sign in the yard. The message, preserve our neighborhoods.
I'm certainly not opposed to development. I'm certainly not opposed to teardowns.
But Pete Riddle and neighbor Annie Boff are opposed to plans to tear down 6 homes along Linwood Avenue. You can't see it from the front, but the homes all have deep wooded lots that combined create a picturesque natural sanctuary that backs up to Riddle and Boff's property lines. The developer has submitted a draft application to build cluster housing on the 4.5-acre site.
There's not an approved cluster housing development within city limits.
Cluster housing is a concept used to build homes close together or attached while protecting natural topography or ecology of an area. The homes along Linwood back up to streams, trees, and hillsides.
The scary part for us is the development of the hillside, which we all moved in thinking that that was an undevelopable site.
If you look at the city's own maps, almost that entire area is rated high for landslide susceptibility.
According to the draft application, there could be 18 attached homes and 12 more detached homes.
What bothers me personally is that it seems like they're exploiting the cluster housing development process so they can extract as much money as they can from this development.
Residents are also concerned about the trend of subdividing lots, tearing down old homes to build 2 or more in its place. The City Planning Commission just adopted new subdivision rules this year.
It also makes those homes potentially more appealing for folks, new construction and tax abated.
The developer didn't want to go on camera, but I did talk to him by phone, and he says he hasn't settled on the number of houses that he wants to build on these lots here. But he says he looks forward to talking to the residents of Linwood and Mount Lookout during their community council meeting scheduled for next week. Lisa Smith, 9 on Your Side.
And you heard Lisa refer to it. The Mount Lookout Community Council meeting is scheduled for next Monday night. The Linwood Community Council meeting is set for next Tuesday night. We will continue to follow this story, and we will have more stories in our Move Up Cincinnati series dealing with the effects of regional development, and that will be on air and online at WCPO.com.